Hi, I'm Brianna, and we're here today to let you know that high school is not a joke and it should be taken seriously. We know you've heard this before from your teachers, administrators, and counselors, but when it's the first day of school, who's really listening? But we're different. We're different because we know what it feels like to have to dig yourself out of a hole because high school to us was a joke. There are certain things you need to know before you are really ready to begin high school. So we're going to tell you what we've learned through our stories.
Where do you want to go to college?
As of next week, I will be a Golden Bear, meaning I go to Kutztown University.
Is that the college you wanted to go to, or is that like a college that...
Originally, I wanted to go to Arizona State, but I did not have the requirements for it.
Because
I messed around freshman year.
Oh.
So freshman year did affect you?
Freshman year, yes, did affect me. So I still got into college, but not really the college I had my mind set on in the beginning.
It's not a joke. Like, yeah, you can have fun, like do things like dances and all that, but make sure you stay on top of your grades.
And to all of you that have jobs, education comes first. You should always put work second. That's the most important thing.
Hi, my name is Yolanda, and I'm here to tell you guys about my high school year at Concord. Well, freshman year, I was kind of going through a lot of things at home, and I got in a lot of drama. And sophomore year, I was more focused on driver's ed. You had to have a certain amount of classes you had to pass, so I was really focused then. But once driver's ed was over, I kind of forgot about everything. So then junior year got a little better. I had a teacher to be more on top of me and help me focus on what I needed to do and stuff, and pushed me to become more successful. I still could go to college and be what I wanted to be. Now I'm just waiting for I'm just trying to keep my GPA as high as it is, and then maybe I can go to college and be successful.
If you could change anything in high school, what would it be?
Me not failing freshman year because I didn't really care, and all I did was come to school and then leave, or just not come to school at all. I hung out with all the seniors, and all of them had me like, oh, well, if they can leave, I can leave, because that's all I hung out with. And I just got into a lot of stupid things, didn't care about my grades. And yeah, if I could change it, I would have done that all over again and actually paid attention in school, came to school, did what I have to do to pass 9th grade year, so I wouldn't be so behind like I am right now. When I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, she kind of was like a reality check, because having a child is no joke, and the way my mindset is like I didn't care and everything was a joke. If I would have just done what I had to do, I wouldn't be so far behind, and I wouldn't have to be so stressed out about trying to get out of school as fast as possible and trying to get a job for my daughter, because, a child's not cheap, and it just would be a lot easier if I could have just did what I had to do and paid attention.
Since I came to Concord for my sophomore year, I was just there at one school because of transition. It was like too much going on, and my reality check is I had it, but I didn't care about it until a couple months ago, when they told me that I was in danger of failing and not becoming a senior. I just wish I would just do everything all over, because now that I really want to go to college, it might be kind of hard because of my GPA as of now. So I just gotta do what I gotta do and try to get everything up so I can go to which college I want to go to.
Yeah. What you really do is need to be successful. You need to really keep your head in the books. You need to stay focused. Have a relationship with your teachers. That is the biggest thing because they're the ones that really help you. It's not your friends, it's not your peers, your associates, your acquaintances. It's your teachers, your guidance counselors. They're the ones there for you. They're the ones that really stay focused on you and help you, and just have a relationship with them. That's the biggest thing I can say about all your years through high school. So I just recently found out that, yeah. I wish I would have just focused more on my grades and really had a relationship with my teachers and just join more activities, because when I was a freshman, I didn't want to associate with anyone, but along the years, like my junior year, I have like a lot of friends and I'm doing what I need to do, so.
My freshman year, I did play around a lot as well. I really wasn't focused on grades. I always wanted to go places, be in the mix, and my grades and GPA was horrible, I should say. But then, like, as school went on, sophomore, junior, I got more focused. I studied more. I was more school focused, I should say. My GPA is better now. I guess I really just realized, like, I just had a wake up call that college is around the corner, and I really just have to like focus, pay attention, make sure I do what I have to do.
When you get into high school, the most thing that you don't want to do is mess around. I know Ocean said that earlier, but seriously, when you get to your junior, senior year, you're going to be like, wow, I really wish I could go back and redo that.
I used to be a problem child, but then I turned myself around to do good. School is not here to play. I know one person who was so smart. She failed because all she do is just play. All she do is just play. You gotta come here and get your work done, you hear me? I'm a straight A student now, you hear me? I used to have straight A's. I could show you my interim right now, you feel me? Like, I got my support and backup. I'm about Keith. You feel me? Enjoy y'all high school life.
I took Concord last year, and now I'm in 11th grade, but 10th grade year, it wasn't really, not really thrown at me, but it wasn't really enforced how, like, GPA is a big deal, depending on what college you want to go to later on. So not really, like I didn't really get into the whole GPA thing until, I guess, junior year.
Mr. Potter, after reviewing the surveys from the students at Concord High School, we have come to the conclusion that a lot of the students haven't been involved in extracurricular activities. What is your input on that?
That's really disappointing, because what I've found out over the years in my experience is that students who get involved in extracurricular activities normally do very well in their academics as well. They also build up a support system of friends that they meet when they get involved. It's like anything else. If you don't put anything in, you don't get anything out of it. And what I've found out is that students who really get involved, the school means so much more to them.
As Mr. Potter explained to us, school activities and sports are really important. It helps you make new friends, and they can be a major support system through tough times. But I also want to point out how important it is to colleges. See how much space is reserved for your high school activities? You wouldn't want to have that all empty. And here's our common application. 488 colleges use this. Would you really want to have it empty or at least half filled? It wouldn't look that good. The biggest regret that freshmen and sophomores had was what they reported on our surveys. They regretted not being involved enough, so I say do it. It's not too late.
The common thread in the stories you heard earlier is that these upperclassmen have admitted that they did not try as hard as they could have, and that they now realize that their low GPAs are a problem. There are many more students not appearing in this film who feel the same way. No one wants to find out later that the college of his choice won't accept him because of mediocre grades. So I'm here today to explain what your GPA is and how it is calculated. You may not believe this, but it is easier to do your work instead of putting it off. Starting with strong grades and keeping them strong is easier than earning low grades and then trying to get better grades later. This presentation will show you how I can make that claim. There are a few terms that you guys need to know to understand your GPA. These terms are 10-point scale, quality points, grade point average, and cumulative. The key to having a strong GPA, also known as grade point average, is to simply do your work and turn it in on time. Do your best and put your best foot forward. Your teachers will use a 10-point scale to determine your grade. Assignments scored between a 90 and 100 will earn an A. Assignments scored between an 80 and 89 will earn a B, and so on. You can see the C and D scores on the screen. Some people look at a 10-point scale as being easier and slack off. Don't slack and don't give up. Keep your head held high. Did you know that your letter grades you were assigned are converted to quality points? For example, if you earn an A in a class, it equals 4 quality points, which means excellence. A B equals 3 quality points, and so on. We have listed all of the quality points for you to see. You can't figure out your GPA without knowing quality points. Here's a list of sample grades for one class. Notice that each marking period counts as 20% of your overall grade in a class. Remember that marking periods count double and are 80% of your yearly grade in a class. Do you see why it's important to keep on top of your work each marking period? And here's how you calculate your grade for the year in this one class. Take your marking period grade and multiply it by 2. So for the first marking period, the student earned an A, which is 4 quality points. But then you have to multiply the marking period by 2 because your quality points double for every marking period. Your midterm and final only count once, so your quality points stay the same for those two. Now add all of the quality points together. This student earned 33 quality points in this class. The quality points are then divided by 10 for a full year class. A semester or half-year class would be divided by 5. When you divide 33 by 10, you get 3.3, which is a B. This student earned a B for the year in this class. Now at this point, I'm starting to hit you with a lot of numbers. However, it is important that you pay attention to how your GPA for all of your classes is calculated. So stay with me. Here we see one student's overall grades in all of her classes. For English, this student earned a B for the year, which will be 3 quality points toward her GPA for her freshman year. You can see the rest of the classes and the grades and the quality points earned for each class. Notice that semester courses, art, gym, and health, are treated differently. For half-year or semester courses, the quality points are cut in half. So an A in gym is worth 2 quality points instead of 4 because it did not last all year. Also notice that study halls do not earn any quality points. When you add up the quality points earned for each class for the year, this student earned 19.5 quality points and earned 6.5 credits. When we divide 19.5 by 6.5, we get a 3.0. This student's GPA for her freshman year is a 3.0. If you want to go to a 4-year college, most of them want to see a 3.0 or B average GPA. The University of Delaware, for example, wants to see a B plus average or a 3.3 for your GPA. When calculating your GPA, your quality points are divided into the number of classes you take. Failing a class dramatically lowers your GPA. You also will have to retake the class at your expense, or you will have to take the course again the following year and then delay other courses you need or want to take. If you are not doing well in a class, see your teacher or counselor for help. Ask for help when your problems are small and you can still do something about them. There is an important misconception or myth that we want to clear up. Teachers and counselors tell us that every year is a fresh start. What they mean is that each September is a chance to work your hardest to get good grades. If your previous year's grades were not strong, then you have a chance to turn things around. However, you need to understand that you do not get a fresh start with your GPA. Your GPA is an average of all 4 years of high school. That is why it is so important to do your work in all of your classes and try to do your best. And if you need help in a class, you need to ask for it. Now we are going to show you how your GPA builds over your high school career. Here's a sample student's GPA. During freshman year, this student earned a 3.0 GPA, which came from 19.5 quality points divided by 6.5 credits. And in sophomore year, this student earned a GPA of 2.75, which came from 18 quality points divided by 7 credits. Most people would say that you could just average these two GPAs to get your combined GPA, meaning you would add the 3.0 to the 2.75 and then divide by 2. The result would be a 2.88. Guess what? They would be wrong. First, you have to add your quality points earned from 9th and 10th grade, which would equal 37.5 quality points. Next, you have to add your credits taken in 9th and 10th grade, which would equal 13.5 credits. Finally, when you divide 37.5 by 13.5, you see that this student's combined GPA for the first 2 years of high school is a 2.78. We can't stress enough how important it is to push for a good GPA every year. Once you get to your junior year, it becomes even harder to improve your GPA. It is easier to maintain a good GPA than to try and improve a low GPA. Here's an example that proves our point. This student took 6 classes and had a full year study hall. She failed 1 class, so she only earned 5 credits for the year. Her end-of-year grades in all of her classes were C's, so she earned 10 quality points. Remember that a C equals 2 quality points. 10 divided by 6 equals a 1.67 GPA for her freshman year. In 10th grade, this student took 7 classes and passed them all. She earned C's for the year in all of her classes except for her 2 art courses in which she earned B's. She earned 16 quality points and earned 7 credits. 16 divided by 7 equals a 2.29 GPA. She definitely has improved her GPA from the 1.67 in her freshman year. When you add the quality points from 9th and 10th grades and then divide by the total number of credits taken, her combined GPA is now a 2.0. In 11th grade, this student took 6 classes and a full year study hall. She did not fail any classes and made honor roll for the first time. She earned 18 quality points and 6 credits. 18 divided by 6 equals a 3.0 GPA. When you add the quality points from 9th, 10th, and 11th grades, and then divide by the total number of credits, her combined GPA through 11th grade is now a 2.3. Do you see how this student's cumulative GPA moves up slowly, even though her grades from one year to the next show significant improvement? Her GPA each year went from a 1.67 in 9th grade to a 2.29 in 10th grade, and then a 3.0 in 11th grade. But notice that her cumulative GPA went from a 1.67 to a 2.0 to a 2.3 by the end of her 11th grade year. Colleges will see that she has improved each year, and there will be schools who will consider accepting her because of that improvement. However, there also may be schools who may not accept her because her cumulative GPA is lower than they want to see. Remember how we told you that the University of Delaware wants to see a 3.3 GPA? What we want you to realize is that you can't afford to blow off any year of high school. Every year is important, and your freshman and sophomore years are even more important than you may have thought. Do not treat high school like it's a joke or a place to just hang out with your friends. You need to be thinking about what you want to do after high school now, and do the things you need to do to be ready. Get good grades, ask for help, get involved in activities and/or sports. We are here to support you towards a successful future.